Harvey Weinstein's defense has already told the jury there is no evidence and that these women are all actresses, just asking to fit this anti-Harvey narrative, which they characterized as an asteroid of a movement that burst forth like a supernova when the scandal with Weinstein raised awareness about sexual harassment. The prosecution is likely to mention many allegations against Weinstein in the form of a firehose. However, there are some allegations that are consensual from sexual interactions with him. They had been there for years and were finally embarrassed. That is why they are now lying about what really happened, Werksman said, pointing to Weinstein. He's not Brad Pitt or George Clooney. He doesn't have this movie star quality to him that people might find marketable. But I tell you what, he does have the perfect voice for radio. Don't you think these women walked? His lawyer said today Hollywood is by and large a safe industry and that Hollywood today has made strides in protecting its actors. But back in the day, transactional sex was just a part of the culture. Sex was a commodity for my client, empowered men like him, and girls got nicknamed casting couches. Transactional sex. It may have been unpleasant and now embarrassing, Werksman said. Everyone did it. They did it. Weinstein's lawyer described the #Me Too movement in Hollywood as a movie that turned him into the bad guy and called him Hollywood's Chernobyl. And the women. The sequel to the casting couch is the #MeToo trial, Weinstein's defense said. They will play the part of the damsel in distress with this beast. They need to lie to themselves, to you, and this court, Werksman told the jury. Their hypocrisy will be clear for all to see. Earlier in the day, the prosecution painted a different image of Weinstein at trial. He was said to be a serial predator who used his power in Hollywood to assault women. Remaining calm and composed, he maintained that his accusers were lying and that these encounters were consensual. The deputy, D.A., told jurors that Weinstein's power made it easier for him to abuse and psychologically abuse aspiring actors. During the prosecutor's opening statement, quotes from women who will testify in the trial were presented to the jury, sharing their allegations of forcible oral sex, groping, fondling, and rape. When the lawyer talked to the jury, they said they should use their common sense to see that there is no forensic evidence or a police report or anything else to back up what she was saying. Believe me, Weinstein's attorney said of the victims, each case will boil down to, if you have been sexually assaulted and do not report it for many years, the defense can claim that your entire testimony boils down to your word. The prosecution plans to bring in a forensic psychiatrist as an expert witness to educate the jury in rape myths that might help explain some of these behaviors. Weinstein's lawyer shared a different side of him than D.A. did, and instead of talking about his powerful position in Hollywood, he focused on Weinstein's humble beginnings. He said that he was not born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He worked hard to make success for himself, his attorney said, urging jurors not to get distracted by stories of private jets and celebrities' parties. With the fame and fortune that came his way, he became a magnet for people seeking either simply companionship or to trade on their status as Hall of Famer in other fields by trading sex with him, his attorney said in court. These individuals may have had consensual sexual relationships with Mr. Weinstein because they desired more than just a platonic connection to him. Weinstein's attorney spent most of his time during opening statements talking about Jane Doe 4, Jennifer Siebel Newsom, the actress and director who is married to California Governor Gavin Newsom and accused Weinstein of raping her. Her courage in standing up against sexual harassment and assault puts her in a position as a leading voice of empowerment. She's made herself a prominent figure of the #MeToo movement, Werksman said, listing her current accolades and status as the first partner of California. But back in the early 2000s, when Siebel Newsom was an aspiring actress and filmmaker, Weinstein. In 2005, Siebel Newsom says she faked an orgasm to end the assault quickly. Yes, even if the rapist said yes, some people still say no. Weinstein's lawyer noted that Weinstein had always been a big donor to the Democratic Party and was also a supporter of Gavin Newsom. He mentioned that back in 2007, Weinstein even hosted the couple as guests at one of his events. She brought her husband to meet and party with her rapist. Who does that? Werksman said. He took money from his wife's rapist for his political campaigns. Werksman recently claimed that if Siebel Newsom was not in the same position she is now, she would be just another one of Harvey Weinstein's mistresses who used him for access to better opportunities.